we are live with the last match of the day featuring Angry Pikachus against the Papis here, and this should be one to watch here. Hopefully one without any kind of visible lag on anybody's end, or any kind of lag in-game, but we can cross our fingers and hope all we want, Shadow Boy.
I mean, you know, we can imagine a perfect world where everybody gets to play on 0 ping, 150 frames per second, but this is not a perfect world, so...
Yeah, you're right.
So, unfortunately, everyone has to deal with the issues that they may or may not have. But, dealing with these team comps, I don't think that we're going to see any issues on either team, really. I mean, this is pretty standard on both sides, with the small exception of the Odin support.
Odin support, you've had your words about this one. In this team comp, do you feel it actually works out alright here, or is this something you'd rather have seen? Because we didn't see pick and ban.
We did not.
And we probably will not on these replays in general.
I would have liked Athena. I would have liked Geb, Sylvanus, Kumbhakarna even. I would have liked so many other things.
Aside from the Kepri.
I would have liked so...
support band.
Let me just go ahead and put it out this way. I do not, in any way, shape, nor form, like this pick here. So, okay, you look at the idea of Odin, and you look at what he brings to the table, and it's cool in lane, and it's cool in other scenarios, but you just put yourself in such an awkward situation if you aren't ahead. If you're not ahead, your cage becomes your death trap, your own death trap, which further amplifies the issues that you run into as Odin. You're already a mana consumption god, you're already, you know, a little difficult to survive with in your own abilities, so the fact that you're now the main tank, and you're the main initiator, makes your life a ton more difficult, and you can easily fall behind with Odin because he doesn't do well when he, you know, goes over to other lanes. He doesn't have a lot of mana to work with, and he doesn't have a lot of CC to secure kills. So when you compare his results to Sylvanus, you're probably going to be more on the lacking end because Sylvanus offers a heal, he offers a pull, he offers a large AoE knock-up, as well as a little poison damage after that. He offers some MP5. You just compare the list of what support versus support offers, and Odin just feels really inferior. I mean, the main gimmick that Odin offers is that he's a lane bully. He's going to lane bully. He's going to try and set up kills really early on, and if you don't get those kills really early on, then I'm not sure what you're doing with him.
And Dheylo is getting these kills early on is a great way to open things up. Mid lane, a bloodbath right now is Pikachu. Actually in a lot of trouble right now. He's the only one left standing as Darzer was the one to fall in the end there, and the Pikachu, only one left standing in his mid lane here is AlexMC and Dheylo, the one secure first blood. We might see a second one come in, teleport on through. That's gonna be AlexMC finding another kill onto the Pikachu right there, and the Papis sitting 2-0 right now, 700 gold up. Papis starting off strong in the mid lane.
Yeah, in the middle lane, that was a great couple of kills. Getting one onto the mid laner as well as the jungler is a good start for your own mid laner. I think Isis is going to be very happy with that one, especially since she got an assist and kill on both. And I do believe she did start off with the potion. Yeah, she still has it on her. So she's getting the use out of that gold now of the 450, and that's going to be a great start for the Papis.
Yeah, great start for them as well. Getting some early ward control as well as AlexMC will pull out some early wards to buy that safety. He knows mid lane will be hotly contested right now, especially with these kills online. As the mid camps go up, AlexMC in position to first one up. We'll find the Spirit Ball just in time as well, as you'll see the mana tick on through for AlexMC. Papis securing the mid camps and now looking for a fight in the duo lane. The Bushyyyy is possibly in danger here, as we'll see AlexMC pushed back towards his mid lane to try to deal with the pressure here. Bushyyyy knows what awaits him here. The pings are coming on through, and it looks like the Papis really want to force one out as we go. Cage coming down, and Bushyyyy is trapped. Nowhere to run now as the Darkest Knights will come out there trying to block vision. Odin is going to keep him locked down. The store lands and will completely demolish the Bushyyyy right there. A pull in from BigManTingz, but DavidArnaiz not going to be killed out here. We will see a quick turn towards mid camps from the Pikachus here, but the Papis on a complete tear right now.
So, over in the middle lane, Agni still has to deal with the fact that he's behind this Isis quite a bit. Thor now reaching 2 kills and 1 assist. He's going to be a very, very difficult force to deal with, assuming that he keeps up this aggression level. And over in the right side of the map, Kuang wants to try and steal away the blue buff, but it's actually going to be secured by Warchi. No, it's actually going to be stolen. So the Pikachu able to steal that blue buff away, and both parties might be able to get out. It looks like Wukong is going to go ahead and pop the ultimate just for good measure. Cooldowns are meant to be used, so he's going to use his and get to safety. However, Pikachu might be in a little bit of trouble here trying to take the speed buff. Thor is going to take this opportunity to actually secure this blue buff. JustLofes realizes that's probably gone. Yeah, that's gone. He might have actually got himself in trouble, but no, Thor Stonewall gonna miss. Everybody going back to their respective lanes.
Everybody going back and forth now as the Papis are only up about 700 gold right now, as Angry Pikachus starting to push back as best they can. No kills to their name yet, but they've saved their own objective and managed to keep themselves safe. And that's really true. When cooldowns are meant to be used, and if you can make a win a sure thing with no loss, you might as well go for it. Then as Dheylo isn't quite able to follow up and find the Sun Wukong, who had gone to his ivory cloud right there. Meanwhile, we're back to a bit of a reset here. The Papis, looking to try to find some way to crack this shell even further with Pikachu, will look to farm up and get safe here, as they do have the Bushyyyy on Xbalanque here. He'll scale up quite nicely, but at the same time, you've got to worry about the side of... Yeah, I mean, last game, it could happen, but it didn't end up happening at all. But at the same time, this time around, they've got DavidArnaiz on Odin, and Odin notoriously falls off hard. So they've got that going in their favor, but the problem is DavidArnaiz doing a pretty solid job of just making sure he's getting advantages here and getting his team ahead.
So the thing is Odin falls really far behind, if he falls behind at all. It's a snowballing effect. But if he is ahead, he can be impactful.
Oh.
You know, yeah, he can actually still like have impact. Not so much on this team comp. I feel like there's a little bit lacking there. But at the same time, he's going to have a really strong early game because they were able to get those first few early kills. Level 7, he's tied up with the jungler who's been having a heck of a performance. Experience-wise, which is important for Odin. He's not going to have a lot of gold on his person, though. That's the unfortunate part, but Odin's still in a very good spot. He's actually ahead of his own AD carry, who actually did have to back quite a few times, I feel like. I think, if I remember correctly. So, Odin doing a good job of proving me wrong in the sense that, hey, I can farm just as well as any other Guardian. So, DavidArnaiz really feeling confident with his pick and showing it.
And that's good to see here as well. DavidArnaiz actually looking for another one. Will get a wall down to the Bushyyyy here, and Bushyyyy could be meeting his match. Dunk does go down, but Bushyyyy survives, dodging the Amulet as well, but he's got no extra escape. Dheylo will go on a killing spree right there, as it looks like another kill being secured by DavidArnaiz right there, setting these up and knocking them down. DavidArnaiz, like you said, playing the lights out on this Odin.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's doing exactly what Odin's supposed to do, be a lane bully. They're using this combo ritually. Hey, Thor, you here? You got ulti? Cool. I'll blink in, we'll box him, or we'll throw him in the cage, and then you just do your thing. And then that's pretty much the entire formula right there. They're not doing anything necessarily fancy. It's up to Xbalanque and his team to find a response so that they don't keep milking that one benefit.
And hopefully they find, like always, like I said, they find some kind of responses. A close game, it would be a fun one to watch here, as now the Papis looking to pressure on with their lead and try to soldier this one out. They are up 4-0 right now in kills. Only 1,000 gold is the separation between these teams. Here's Pikachu. They've got a sure shot at this right now, but there have been a lot of teams that have had a sure shot pre-10 minutes, a sure shot pre-15, but it all falls away quickly if they can't find some way to turn these things around. As BigManTingz takes a bit of catch right there, but not going to fall in the slides here. Pikachu may now catch onto a target here, but Prilla will simply dash away here. Bushyyyy going to engage towards his purple buff as well, but the rest of the Papis will be joining the scene. Soon enough, AlexMC waiting around the corner here. Spirit Ball comes on through, hits the Bushyyyy right there, but Bushyyyy going to secure the purple buff away from the Papis right there, and Angry Pikachus walk away with a free bit of murder right there.
Despite how much poor Xbalanque has just been beaten up and abused and battered, he actually is still ahead of the Rama in terms of experience. Gold is actually a little bit closer. There's only about 10-20 gold difference between them. But Xbalanque is actually ahead in experience. That's hilarious to me.
I mean, Bushyyyy is playing incredibly well so far. Farming where he needs to be, and despite he's getting bullied constantly, he's just farming. And they're getting the lanes he wants, and he actually stole away a purple buff there. He gets 2 purple buffs there, so Bushyyyy really in a strong position right now.
Yeah, he's going to come back in the lane, have every bit of ability to box out the Rama. It's just a matter of whether or not he can be allowed to do so, and the answer is probably not, because anytime Odin rotates over, he's going to get pretty much destroyed. So he's going to freeze the wave. Good on Bushyyyy. wants to make sure he doesn't get necessarily taken out, and Odin gonna secure those mid camps. And it doesn't look like Angry Pikachu's feel too confident in responding.
Yeah, not too confident, just trying to fish this one out or respond at all. Yeah, as Perilla, he's in a bit of a dangerous spot here, trying to hit these final shots. Will only hit one of the BigManTingz right there, but he's safe and sound away from the aggression of everyone else. The rest of the Papis are grouped around this Gold Fury, looking for some kind of play. Wards coming out here. They want this control of the vision here. They want control of the Gold Fury area. To control this pit, they control one of the more important objectives coming up right about now. Is the Dance of Death definitely about to begin for both teams around this pit.
And I mean, Gold Fury is such a huge swing play for either team. The Papis, they could use that for a way to just get ahead, like completely, not just a small 1K lead. But hold on, here's the combo. It happened again. Blink cage
every
Thor.
time in the duo lane, DavidArnaiz blinks in, cages somebody, and Dheylo's just right around the corner to just instantly kill them. Dheylo is sitting at 4-0 right now. Perilla, he's got 3 assists to his name. Same thing goes for DavidArnaiz.
Do you realize that that's the third, like
This
three
is
of
insane.
Thor's Thor's kills, three of Thor's
Same
kills
lane, every time. Same
was-
trick, same lane, every time.
Yeah, the exact same trick and pony.
I think at this point, the Pikachus, like, they expect it and they're not too worried about the effects of it, or... I mean, you've got to understand what's happening after a certain point here, as Darzer does take a Spirit Ball to the face, passing through lane. You've got to understand what's happening at some point, and... I'm not sure if it's, like, taking it and understanding they can just play around it, or if it's... causing
They're
trouble.
definitely not playing around it. Playing around it means they're not getting beaten up by it. I don't know if they're not being conscious of Thor's timers or DavidArnaiz's timers. One of the things that I think a lot of players on lesser experienced teams don't do is be conscious of timers. So, you know, being conscious of blink timers or being conscious, like rough estimates, not down to the T, but roughly speaking, you can say, okay, a minute and a half from here, I should expect another combo from Odin Thor. And then at that point, you need to make sure you have a ward up in the appropriate sections of the jungle. And then make sure that you have the best possible escape route if they try to aggress on you. Otherwise, you're going to get really bullied. But it looks like they want to try and potentially poke out a couple of members of the Papis and see what they can do there, but not going to be able to really find anything. They're going to turn their attention, however, over to the Gold Fury. I like the Muxie it's called, but Thor is going to go up into the air. That's going to be an Agni bomb coming out. Circle Protection is going to set up a lot of kill opportunity for the guy on the for the members of Papis as Odin runs away desperately to escape, and that's going to be a double kill for Warchi, who's just been doing a lot of work on the backside. The Papis are going to walk away with the Gold Fury as it still wasn't leashed off, and Darzer is able to escape for the time being. No one's going to be able to chase him any further. Is anyone going to be able to do? Oh my God! That's going to be a Spirit Ball going over the wall, unexpected on Darzer. He's going to just get popped.
Shot from AlexMC right there, over the wall, catching the target, almost max range right there, and the Papis running rampant this game right now. Gold Fury, all the kills here, 0-9 right now. This could be a perfect game to keep playing this one out like that, and the Papis running wild right now as Angry Pikachu in for a world of hurt. They're now about 5,000 gold down, and Shadow Boy, this Odin Thor combo has been insane. Dheylo and DavidArnaiz have been an incredible combo here. Now you add in the rest of the Papis here, playing like a team right here, and that's just, this match is so very important for Group 1 standings right now. Well, Group B standings. Torpedo is in the lead at 3-0, but there's 3 teams sitting at 101, 102, and 0-2 right here. If the Papis win this game, we have a 3-way tie at 1-2.
I'm still stunned over that stun ball.
Like, that was an insane combo and team play right there. What a show from the Papis right there. And I think that stunned more than just the player right there.
Oh, but here over in the right side of the map, Warchi is going to get a little aggression from the Kuang, who's just going to back off, sees the ultimate comes out, feels pretty happy about that one. And meanwhile, the Papis still haven't dropped a kill or a death for the members of Angry Pikachus. Angry Pikachus hasn't been able to actually do anything yet as far as getting kills, getting objectives. You look at the towers on the side of the Papis, most of them are pretty pristine, only missing about 5 to 10% health on any of them, and the towers on their side are actually losing a bit more. But hold on, Rama up in the air. He wants to try and finish off the Bushyyyy if he can. Oh, Kuang?
Okay,
you don't have ulti?
Trying to use the minions.
There
He does
we go.
find the ulti there. Up and at him goes the new Dragon Knight skin, riding that dragon.
I like that.
That's a pretty great ulti animation right there, and I gotta say, that skin is well done right there.
It's pretty, it's very nice.
Yeah.
It's very,
Flash.
what's the word I'm looking for? No, medieval feeling. That's what I was looking for. It's got that old, chaotic feel to it.
I'm a big fan of the whole fantasy Dragon Knight feel to it that it has, so all in all, I do enjoy that ultimate right there.
I need to go play D&D. That's what I need to go do.
You should run a nice tabletop group chat away. It makes my Saturdays a whole hell of a lot more boring.
Alright. Over in the right side of the map, Warchi actually putting the pressure onto Sun Wukong. He's actually keeping him relatively lower on health, but that's just natural, sustained battle versus Warchi versus JustLofes. Warchi naturally has more built-in healing than Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong only having his ultimate, not going to be able to really box as much as he's just going to be focused on actually farming. And that's going to be when things get a lot more interesting, when these solo laners are permanently involved with their team members over in the rest of the map. Because so far, this whole game has just been the Papis using the same 1-2 trick. Odin cage into Thor dunk into just, okay, you're dead. And that's been the idea the whole time.
And now the team fights have started, they've added an AlexMC. They've added in a bit of extra support from Warchi as well. It's set up a death field for Warchi. Once he pops his ultimate, there is no escape such with old Odin here. The Papis has been playing so insanely well against this play by DavidArnaiz, and once again the trick comes out. This time Thor is right around the corner, and it could be another kit. They split up, trying to buy time. The Bushyyyy is targeted. He tries to escape, but Perla will be the one to secure it right there. And once again, the Papis pull off the same trick once again. This time, BigManTingz responds with a great pull, but a roll is available for Perla right there, and he will escape. No Bushyyyy for the damage here. Stun barely misses Darzer right there. Close call for him as Pikachu blinks away to safety right there, but now the Papis constantly pushing the angry Pikachus onto the back foot right here. And well, we want to talk about gods that fall off hard when they get behind. Kuang, definitely one of them as well.
You know, I'm wondering if the members of Angry Pikachu just hate the idea of a combat blink. Like, just hate it. Because I have yet to see anybody get it. Sylvanus has the regular blink. Perfectly reasonable. He's going to be a tanky presence. I don't think they're going to be focused on doing the Odin-Thor dunk combination onto him too much longer. Maybe if he's isolated, that could be a factor. But I think, if anything, I'm a little bit more worried about the fact that they're still not looking for any actual answers to this combo. They're just like, oh, well, this sucks. Let's keep playing.
Especially with the Pikachu being the only person to have a reliable way out of it. I mean, Sun Wukong, he's got his ultimate, yeah. Which will probably be used at that point as well. Otherwise, everybody else, you've got a dash on the Bushyyyy playing Xbalanque. You've got Path to Flames on Agni. You've got nothing on Sylvanus. If you lock these three people down pretty consistently, which has been what Papis have been doing, you've got no way out, no escape, and your fate once again, like we've seen from Dheylo so many times.
Oh, Bushyyyy, you're stuck! You're stuck, man!
Here. This time, Thor went up in the air. It's gonna happen again, but this time around, BigManTingz there to back him up. Dheylo gonna join the party here as Darzer tries to find the meteors here. DavidArnaiz simply just tanking up so much. He's so tanky with all this gold that he has. Terra comes down, the knockup. Here we go. Executed by the Pikachu right there, looking to find his way back down, but down below, surveying the destruction as his team tries to fight this one out. Pikachu dives back in for the battle. Will rain some damage onto AlexMC here as Perla will roll away. JustLofes trying to dive, but he might be going a bit too deep. Goes up into his cloud for safety. It looks like Perla actually dueling with Pikachu right here. We'll see a dunk on down. Perla goes skyboard. Can he find? He's got the back of his team to find him safely right there. Lopez will be safe and sound. Pikachu, oh, he's just going to be blocked out of sight by that wall right there, so he's safe and sound for now, but the angry Pikachu will be escaping away. Teleport down as a split push coming through from Warchi, and the Papis, even though being aggressed on, will get some nice money out of that one by aggressing down on the solo lane.
But I do like the fact that the Angry Pikachus did show signs of life. They got a kill there, as well as the fact that they forced the Papis away to the point where they could actually take this Tier 1 tower, which is really a good sign. And so one of the ways that you can kind of but counteract this gimmicky, we're gonna go ahead, cage, and bomb you, as, hold on a second, Gold Fury is being done here while the cage comes out. They might be just focusing all in on this Gold Fury to pick it up, but no, they're gonna actually leash it off while BigManTingz was taken out, and Thor comes down onto two people. Whoa, Thor, where are you going, buddy? That's not where the enemy team is. He missed all of this combo. That just gave up any kind of kill opportunity, and now they're gonna have to say goodbye to 2 kills, but Warchi, on the other side, was able to find something for his teammates over in the solo lane as he's still pushing down onto the Phoenix. Might need to continue the push, but no, he's actually going to go ahead and back my TP over to this gold here, which is being completed by the Papis. Xbalanque finding a lot of damage onto Thor. He's using the Darkest of Nights. He's going to chase hard. There's the Agni damage. Bomb. The circle protections is going to keep him alive. And meanwhile, the stun's going to do a lot more damage onto Agni. He's going to be taking out Gold Fury, which is taken by the members of the Papis. And the chase is going to stop there. No, they haven't taken the Gold Fury just yet. They're going to turn their attention back over to it. And I'm not sure if Xbalanque can make a second defense on this one, especially without an ultimate.
Coming down now, but Bushyyyy getting zoned away by DavidArnaiz. Now Warchi is in the zone and ready to party as well. Got the machine gun cranking on. This is a guaranteed gold for the Papis, and just like that, this game has been cranked up to 11. The Angry Pikachus struggling quite a bit here as the Papis are looking to wash on through right now. 2-14 is the kill score. 20 minutes in, the Papis in trouble not in trouble, bringing the trouble right now. About 9,000 gold up as well. Angry Pikachus, what can they do right now is they've got to adapt to that trick, and they just haven't at all. We keep saying they just haven't.
Yeah. I mean, they haven't found an answer to a lot of things in my... I think that really my biggest issue is Angry Pikachus has not found a single answer to a lot... Oh my.
Fortunate indeed right there. This is going to be a bit of a rough haul now. We'll see the return of TheAlexMC getting ready to go. As my heart skipped a beat, as I did see a massive spike of lag. I'm never going to stasis mode, but so far I think we're going to see the end of this one, Shadow Boy.
Maybe not. Okay, I'm back to a reasonable state. The lag is
all right.
The lag has settled for me. I don't know about you.
I'm good to go now, I think. Hopefully it doesn't continue again as TheAlexMC almost finds Darzer right there, but we will see a blink in from David.
Oh,
trying to find the cage. He goes on in. This is a sure thing here. Darzer's got no way out. Warchi starts the combo. There's no escape from the cage when Warchi joins in. And the Pikachu next to fall, dunked on down. DavidArnaiz for the kill. I think this one might actually go on through here. As now the Papis looking to press on through. This doesn't go through the surrender vote. This is going to be a guaranteed tier 2 tower. Maybe a Phoenix as well, unless they want to go for the Fire Giant instead, but they could get both of them at this point as the Papis right here. And the Papis, they're carrying through with their aggression. They're going for Fire Giant, and they're going the distance for this one.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're basically just going to come... they don't know what they want to do. Alright, so they're just going to go back and start farming some of their camps. Yeah, so Rama's making his way over the dual lane, probably going to start split pushing that a little bit. Odin walked over to these back harpies. That's a lot of effort for some back harpies. He could have actually backed faster than he got there. And so now Isis is actually going to start pushing up the solo lane again. So one of the things that I look forward to seeing from Angry Pikachus is what they decide to do with this Sun Wukong build after they've completed the Stone of Gaia, because he's built really aggressively, to be quite honest. So he started off with the Word Tabai, then went into the Emerald Talisman and left that kind of alone. Went into Runeforged Hammer, which not really the best physical defense item to buy after that long into the game. And then fourth item, Jotun's Wrath, which is extremely aggressive. That's saying I want to go ahead and harass the backline as much as possible, when, honestly speaking, you might need a bit more frontline presence as Sun Wukong this game. Give your Kuang and Xbalanque a bit more time, but while Angry Pikachus are split pushing towers thinking that they're getting something done, I don't know if they realize that Fire Giant's being done.
I don't think I realized that either, and now we could see a full-on push through here.
Oh, they're going all in for the Phoenix!
The Phoenix race actually here, the Phoenix starting up here, as now Angry Pikachu starting their own onslaught as well. Perilla actually backing up instead. Looks like the Papis want to defend instead of fighting. This could be the Tia side they want. They pushed back the Angry Pikachu so far, and now the full-on game against TheAlexMC is the one to find the fight here. Pikachu is on the run, but he's burning out, and he's burning fast here. He's going to barely survive for now, and the Papis will defend their Phoenix rather than going for the whole split push game. They want the sure thing, so no risk being taken here. Dheylo finds the stun, he finds the lockdown. Pikachu gonna get spun to pieces right there as Dheylo simply swings his hammer and takes his head clean off right there, as now Dheylo on the hunt for more around the map. So we see Sun Wukong trying to put the split push pressure up, but at this point, I think the Papis, they've got the Fire Giant, they've got a whole lane exposed to them. They're going to follow on through and take away everything that remains.
I mean, I really respected that call earlier by Angry Pikachus. Alright, They're going to get Fire Giant. We know they're at Fire Giant. Let's at least try to make a huge push for this Phoenix so that they have to be at least be conscious of a certain part of the map, and we don't necessarily have to feel completely pressed into our own base. But over in the right side of the map, the support is beating the solo laner in a 1v1 battle. Fire Giant, of course, making huge impacts for that. Oh my goodness, he's actually going to go all the way with that one. Meanwhile, the other side of the map, Phoenix is taken out completely. No kills over there just yet, but Wukong forces his ultimate on the other side of the map, and that is going to be a kill going over to Brillia, finding the kill on the Pikachu. Darzer able to find something on the Warchi, but Rama boxing away at this Agni, and he's going to try and find some darts to maybe set up some kind of advantage for him. Not going to get anything else out of it. Spirit Ball is going to land onto BigManTingz, setting him down to about 10% health, and now it looks like just... Are they still fighting?
They're still fighting over there. It's JustLofes using that passive, but I think this might be the end of him right here. He gets a blink teleport away. He just gives up. He's like, I'm out. I'm out.
I am done with you.
Right
Leave
there.
me alone.
That is very unfortunate right there. He's completely locked in front, but so is DavidArnaiz, and I mean, losing a 1v1 to a level 17 right there, that's gotta be a bit of a rough patch there. DavidArnaiz isn't quite healthy on items right now. This should be a gold free going the way of the Papis for free right there. 15,000 gold. Now separate these teams. 3 to 20 is the kill count here, and the Angry Pikachus. I mean, this is the Papis game to lose right here.
I mean, they spent a good
Bushyyyy like 6 kills in a row.
They just spent a good 5 minutes tank slapping each other.
Yeah.
Over out nowhere, while the rest of the team is actually doing team things. I can only imagine the comp. So everyone is just everyone on Angry Pikachu is like, "So Wukong, you want to come help us, man? Dude, I've got this Odin. He won't leave me alone."
It was a very slow and deadly murder with a very, very unfortunately wrong weapon, such as a spoon, most likely is. That is a great trailer for a movie, most likely, is now DavidArnaiz pushing his way on down the front lines here. We do finally have an Odin joining the party here, as Sun Wukong won't be harried this time, most likely.
Over in the middle lane, they want to try and maybe push this Phoenix down. They've already got a lot of pressure on the map, and a couple of members of the Angry Pikachu are going to have to back just to defend here, but looks like the grouping is going to go over to the right side, and the Papis are basically just posturing up for what could be the last team fight. Only person without Fire Giant going to be the Zhong, who got killed earlier by Darzer. Darzer being really the last hope they have. And hold on a second, getting caught out. Kuang being forced to use his teleport. And now we see Rama up in the air. He wants to try and get it and misses all 3 shots. Not going to be able to do anything there. Odin, however, lands the cage and circle protection, able to land a little bit more damage. Sylvanus knocks everyone up, but no follow-up is coming. And Wingus is going to secure the kill on him. No, Warchi is actually going to be the one awarded with the kill as the Phoenix does go down left side of the map. Spirit Ball landing a bit more damage, leading to a kill, and JustLofes forces the bull form to try and separate a couple of these guys from Angry Pikachus on the Papis, but now Middle Phoenix is in danger, and it should go down here. Warchi dealing a little bit of damage on the Wukong, maybe going to be able to find the kill, but no, it looks like they disengaged. Xbalanque is desperately trying to find the kill opportunity, and he's going to get stunned out and taken out as he might have aggressed a bit too much. JustLofes, though, able to find the TheAlexMC. So double kill for Dheylo. Surrender Vote comes out. This is probably going to go through. Never seen in my casting career a 3 Phoenix deficit turnaround.
I mean, it's so... I think the only time it's ever happened, I can count on one hand the amount of times I've seen it in an actual competitive Smite game. And yeah, this is a pause, not a stasis here, so we should be fine for now. So no worries there. Pikachu the one to pause this one out here, so likely trying to collect their heads here, try to maybe like deal with something going on in the background. But at this point,
I don't know if technical difficulty should be on your mind at this point. I think at this point, any technical difficulty, I would say, all right, whatever, we lost anyway. We're done here. Go ahead, finish the Titan. We'll come back at this another time. But you know, at the same time, I do think that Angry Pikachus had a strategy. I think they had a strategy, but I think that there was a couple of things that just, oh my goodness, whoa, the game is, okay, the game has calmed down. Yeah. It calmed down. But I think that a couple of the issues they had, first of all, was Sun Wukong getting completely bullied out in lane, as I'm not I'm not crazy. He did just sell like most of his items and buy like hyper aggressive items, right?
You are not crazy in the slightest.
Okay, just
He
making
has a
sure.
lot of hammers.
Yeah, just making sure I'm looking at this right. So, but yeah, him getting basically 1v1'd all the time by Warchi, and not all the time, but basically kept to his tower, really made for a difficult laning phase for a lot of his teams. You couldn't see Sun Wukong come in and help in a lot of instances where they could have used him. The fact that nobody really did anything to deal with the whole typical Odin-Thor combo that just happened over and over again. No one was confused as to what was going to happen. No one was surprised. It was never just oh, I wonder what play they're going to make next. It's the same thing over and over again. There's no mystery. Odin's going to blink, he's going to cage, and then Thor's going to come in, and then anybody else who's around is just going to get to share the sugar. But I think this is going to be the final stand, more than likely the last moment of the game. Yeah. So this is the Odin play that you expect. Cage, make sure that none of the enemy team can get in. Go ahead and secure the kill. So this game, in my opinion, is a highlight of all the things Odin can do well for your team.
And unfortunately, there's also a highlight of things that if you refuse to adapt to what an Odin can do, just how poorly it can go for you right there, as 9, 0, and 11 on the side of Dheylo right there. Everyone at least with 5 kills to their name and a carry role, and all in all, just a wash through by the Papis right there. And Angry Pikachu is likely not doing too well mentality-wise after that one, and it definitely seems like a lot of them were done the deeper we got into the game.
I mean, you look at the dual lane, they had a KDA of 0, 12, and 6. That's not something to just be proud of. But Xbalanque surprisingly still had a wonderful game. He was always ahead of Rama, actually, for the longest time. Even right now, the goal deficit between Rama and Xbalanque isn't that huge, considering the overall team versus team goal deficit. So I think that the Bushyyyy played to the best of his abilities, given the circumstances. But I also think that he should have had a combat blink. I mean, it's weird to say, hey, Xbalanque, you have a CC immune dash that gets you out of a lot of trouble, but dude, we really need you to get a combat blink. I think it's really weird to say that, but you just look at how many kills that Dheylo got to walk away with just because of that. It really did set the pace of the game, and the Pikachu never actually took off either. So because the dual lane was always pressured, because Warchi was always pushing in JustLofes, Darzer wasn't able to get comfortable because the 2 other lanes were having a couple of struggles. It of course impacted the jungler. I mean, he couldn't get any kind of rhythm going, and he's a hyper carry, so he needs a little bit of early pacing just to get into that early or that later on snowball factor that can be out Kuang. Because we've seen out Kuang do amazing things, and you look over at the Papis side, they don't have any hard carries. Like, they don't have any just like, oh my god, when this character reaches 5th, 6th item, it's a done deal. But Angry Pikachus have like 2.
Yeah, they've got a lot on that side, but we're going to close this one out, Shadow Boy, as we need to move on to the next week. We're going to go ahead and give you a list of the standings right now. In Group B, we just finished. We have Torpedo in first with 3 wins, followed by a tie 3-way for second place with Angry Pikachus, the Papis, and Perpetuum sitting at 1 and 2 together. Meanwhile, in Group A, we have a 3-way tie at the top with Losing Road, Team Illusion, and VWS all sitting at 2 and 1, whereas Epiphany Bolt standing at the very bottom at 3 losses, no victories.
3 losses, no victories?
3 losses, no victories.
Ooh, alright.
Yeah,
well,
sitting very rough in that standing here, but they've got 1 more week to come back from it, as I foresee quite a few ties in Europe just due to the current standings. But, Shadowboy, any closing statements and any fanboy comments over Zeus?
so determined. You're so determined.
I am determined here.
Look, the Zeus hype train has plenty of seats. So if you'd like to sit next to Papa Shadow, there is a spot. But thanks to all the teams that have made it through, the qualifying process, as my cat loves to say hello. And thanks to everybody who came out to watch today. I mean, there were some great performances. We had a lot of spectator issues due to server lag and other issues. So we appreciate your patience as well as your support of the Challenger Series.
Anyways, I am joined here by Shadowboy this week, we're going to be signing off, bringing you next week's content as well. Make sure to tune in for that one, as the final round of group stages will be taking place next week, and the teams will play for their ways in. Shadowboy, go ahead and plug yourself, and then I will plug Target and I really quickly.
Alright, well, if you want to talk to me about Zeus and the hype train, then you could find me at Shadowboy Gaming. And how about for you, and of course the lovely production crew, as well as the people who we so gratefully appreciate funding and running this tournament.
You may find me at Soza Smites on Twitter, Soza spelled with a 0 instead of an O. You may find our production at mtargetproduct on Twitter, where it usually keeps you up to date on all future tournament and challenge-related stuff. Tier Mon's also a place to go to for Challenger Cup-related content and news. So, other than that, make sure you give the channel a follow and tune in next week for the final stage of group stages. This has been a Challenger